400 million years ago. Before man was born. Before dinosaurs roamed the earth. Sharks ruled the seas. Today, there are over 400 species of sharks living in our oceans. Among them, the great white is considered the most dangerous predator. One great white is feared more than all the rest.
Welcome to the 24th Annual Global Oceanography Conference. It brings me great pleasure to introduce our keynote speaker today, world-renowned oceanographer and paleontologist and CEO of PaleoCo, the world's largest non-profit organization dedicated to our oceans, Dr. Jeremiah Batstone.
Thank you. Thank you. Good morning, my fellow ocean-loving scientists. I'm here today because we are at a critical crossroad in our history, when protecting our oceans is no longer just about coral reef conservation and saving the whales, but about saving our very planet, and therefore the human race itself. In order to answer this call of history, we at PaleoCo are proud to announce our latest and most ambitious initiative to date, Project Ocean Intervention. Thanks to the support of our patrons, and the unprecedented cooperation of both the public and private sectors, we will be starting a global research program that will finally uncover the real impact of human industrialization on our oceans, and help us find ways to preserve our planet in the process.
This is one of the finest examples of Carcharodon carcharias I've ever seen. Be careful with it. Wallace, that's not necessary.
Just a simple precaution for the safety of my ship and crew.
We've already lost 2 subjects thanks to your precautions. Try to remember, we're here to perform research, not decorate your trophy room.
Don't tell me how to do my job, Danlo.
Let me handle the sharks then. Be careful with the behavioral module. Good. Lower him slowly.
Dr. Batstone, what is your opinion on the recent shark attacks in San Diego Harbor?
Not surprising. With the decrease in food supply and continued human encroachment on their territory, an incident like this was inevitable.
Is it true that a PaleoCo device found on one of the sharks may have contributed to its aggressive behavior?
Nonsense. Our devices are standard GPS tracking units used by every oceanographic research facility in the world. Nothing more.
What about the Coast Guard's report claiming that the device contained traces of a synthetic stimulant?
I have not heard of any such report, but that would be impossible.
But Dr. Batstone, what about...
No more questions, thank you.
This is Dr. Danlo from Project OI. I heard you had some of our specimens in your custody.
That is correct. How may I be of assistance?
I'm looking for a great white, serial number GW20675.
Yes, we have it. It is one of the largest we have ever seen.
Is it alive?
Yes. It was captured by locals this morning and turned over to us. Fortunately, the captain spotted our equipment and realized it was worth more alive.
Where is it now?
In a holding tank. It is scheduled for release in a few days.
You need to transfer it to an isolation tank immediately before it's too late. This shark is extremely dangerous.
Gentlemen, I understand your apprehension, but rest assured these are just a few isolated incidents that have been sensationalized by the media.
It's not just about the recent disasters your Project OI seems to have engendered, Batstone. What if someone finds more of these devices?
Our cleanup teams have already retrieved and destroyed all relevant units.
Just make sure your cleanup teams don't make it worse for us, Doctor. The negative publicity your experiments have generated is beginning to seriously affect the company.
What about the giant shark that seems to be at the center of all this chaos? According to this report from your own lead field scientist, it was one of your devices that turned it into a destructive force of nature.
With all due respect, any field staff opinion is just that, an opinion. They do not have access to all the data and are therefore prone to inaccurate conclusions. In any event, precautions have been taken, and the great white in question will no longer be cause for any concern.
Have you gone insane, Batstone? Your failed attempts to capture this animal has already cost us a fortune, and now you plan on trying again?
We encountered some unexpected challenges. We will not fail a second time.
Batstone, we need not remind you that taking actions of this scope requires board approval.
In the field, a CEO must often act swiftly and decisively. I take whatever actions are necessary at the time to ensure the continued success of Project OI and Paleoco.
Thanks to your decisive actions, we've lost almost half of our sponsors and are facing billions of dollars in civil and criminal allegations.
As you recall, it was also my actions that brought vision and progress to what was an unknown and ineffective organization. If anything, you should be grateful for what I've done.
Enough! Effective immediately. Project OI is on hold and you are relieved of your duties as CEO. Return the Devonian to Port immediately.
Dr. Carlisle, we will need to accelerate the timetable for Operation Evolution. Inform everyone on Paleo Island. Wallace, continue as planned. Do not fail me again.
What are you doing? Didn't you hear?
Danlo, you have disappointed me for the last time. Wallace, remove him from my presence.
You're insane! All of you! You can't do this!
Who's gonna stop us?
Finally, we meet.
Ready?
Yes, proceed. Carlisle, what is the status of the clones?
Things are going well, sir. The DNA samples you sent us were ideal.
Soon you'll have the entire specimen from which the DNA came from. Enough samples to build an army.
That's great news. By next month, we should be ready to release the first few...
You must be ready within the next 24 hours.
But that's way too soon. They need to acclimate.
I am not interested in your explanations. Just do as I say. Wallace, what is our ETA?
What the hell is going on?
It appears we've struck a large object, sir.
Actually, it's several large objects, and it is they who are hitting us.
What have you done, Danlo?
What you hired them for. Set course for the closest port, and I'll deactivate the whale's behavioral modules.
That was a very stupid thing to do. Even for you. Wallace, show Mr. Danlo the reward for disloyalty.
My pleasure. One less shark lover in the world.
Grid, status?
There's a dozen of them out there, sir. We have to abandon ship.
What a waste. Wallace, prepare the orca. There's no time for that. We need to leave now. My fellow ocean pioneers, the time has finally come for our efforts to bear fruit. A new Eden is upon us, and with it, our ocean-spawned ancestors will once again rule the seven seas. No more will the encroachment of so-called human civilization continue to destroy our sacred planet and its life-giving oceans. One final hurdle stands between us and our utopian future, a relic of this failed epoch, soon to become part of the past as a sacrifice for our future. As I speak to you now, a great white shark is finding its way toward our shores, guided by its own instinct and our superior will. Allow it to enter our protective aquasphere, and let this emblem of an already deceased world be cleansed by our reborn oceanic order.
Several massive explosions shook the small island of Palamas in the Caribbean earlier today. The extent of the damage is still unknown, as efforts to reach the only human settlement on the island, a marine research facility, have been unsuccessful. The facility is rumored to be operated by the world's largest non-profit ocean organization, Paleoco. What this means for Paleoco, still reeling from the disappearance of its CEO, Dr. Jeremiah Batstone, and reports of illegal genetic experiments, is still unknown. The U.S. Navy has issued a statement that it is investigating the explosions and warns travelers to avoid the area.
Everyone, please, calm down. We have no choice but to close all beach areas until further notice.
For how long? We won't survive another summer season without tourists.
We won't survive at all if any more dead bodies wash up on our beaches.
The risk is simply too great. We can't afford to make the same mistakes of the past. We are, however, doing everything we can to make our beaches safe again.
Yeah, we've heard that before. What's different this time?
We have hired the world's leading shark hunting vessel, the Orca. We are very confident that its crew, led by Captain Trey Wallace, will be able to handle whatever it is that's threatening our community.
I'm here to kill a shark. Anything else is not my problem.
What does he mean? Why aren't we getting the Coast Guard or Navy involved?
What do you think the Navy's gonna do? They couldn't even stop one shark in their own backyard. What makes you think they can do it out here? I've heard enough of this BS. I know what to do.
And it is with great pleasure that I officially reopen Amity's beaches for the summer season. This day could not have been possible without the courageous efforts of Captain Trey Wallace and his crew. The town of Amity has prepared this gold-plated model of the Orca as a token of our thanks and appreciation. Since Captain Wallace was unable to join us today, the CEO of Paleoco, Miss Cynthia Maddox, has agreed to accept this gift on his behalf.
Thank you, Mayor. I know Captain Wallace will be touched by your gratitude and thoughtful gift.
I would also like to take this opportunity to announce the construction of Paleoco's newest state-of-the-art research facility and aquarium right here on Amity. This will create new jobs and increase tourism, all thanks to Paleoco.
Thank you. The new Amity Paleoco facility will be launching several marine initiatives that promise to push the boundaries of oceanography, and we are looking forward to a long and prosperous relationship with the good people of Amity.